Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're saddling up and heading west to talk about a state quarter that's both visually striking and secretly valuable, the 2006 Nevada State Quarter. Now don't let the recent date fool you. This isn't just another common coin floating around in your pocket. The Nevada quarter is turning heads in the collector community thanks to its bold design, fascinating history, and a few rare versions that are worth a whole lot more than 25 cents. So stick around, because what you learn today might just lead you to a hidden treasure sitting right inside your coin jar. The 2006 Nevada State Quarter was the 36th coin released in the legendary 50 State Quarters program, a series that changed how America looked at its currency and kicked off a collecting craze that hasn't slowed down since. Nevada, often called the Silver State, is known for its Wild West heritage, sprawling deserts, and of course, the glimmer of Las Vegas. And the quarter's design captures that rugged Western beauty perfectly. Take a close look at the reverse of the coin. You'll see three wild Mustangs galloping across the open plains, their manes flying in the wind, a symbol of Nevada's free spirit and untamed landscapes. In the background are snow-capped mountains, adding depth and majesty to the scene. Surrounding the horses are clusters of sagebrush, Nevada's state flower. It's a coin that radiates motion, pride, and power, making it one of the most beautifully detailed quarters in the series. But what makes this coin especially interesting is not just the design. It's the rarity of certain errors and conditions that transform it from a pretty quarter into a collector's dream. Let's talk about those rare features that are catching everyone's attention. One of the most valuable and sought-after types is the doubled die error. This happens when the die that strikes the coin shifts slightly between strikes, causing elements of the design, like the horse's manes, the mountains, or the lettering, to appear doubled. It's a subtle but obvious visual flaw that increases the coin's value dramatically. These double die quarters are rare, but they're out there, possibly even in your own loose change. Another exciting find is the clipped planchet error, where a piece of the coin's edge is missing due to a missed blank before striking. This kind of minting error is rare and extremely collectible, especially if the rest of the coin is in excellent condition. Imagine having a Nevada quarter where part of the edge curves inward like a bite has been taken out. That's what a clipped planchet looks like. There are also off-center strikes, where the entire design is pushed toward one edge of the coin, leaving blank space on the opposite side. These off-center Nevada quarters are visually striking and highly prized. The further off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date is still fully visible. But perhaps the most exciting version is when one of these error coins is also in mint state condition, meaning it has never been circulated and shows no signs of wear. These coins often receive high grades from professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, and the combination of a rare error and a high grade is where the big money lies. Collectors are always hunting for that perfect storm, an eye-catching design, a printing flaw, and a flawless finish. And the 2006 Nevada quarter checks all those boxes when you find the right one. Now here's something really important. If you've got Nevada quarters at home, don't ignore them just because they look new. In fact, newer quarters can be even more valuable because error coins are often overlooked and stay hidden in circulation longer. Get yourself a magnifying glass, examine the details, look at the horse's hooves, the shape of the lettering, the edges of the coin. You just might spot something that sets yours apart. Online auction sites, coin forums, and even coin shows have all seen growing interest in error versions of the Nevada quarter. And as time goes on, fewer high-quality specimens remain in circulation, making these coins harder to find and more valuable to those who collect them. So now, let's get to the moment everyone's been waiting for. A truly exceptional 2006 Nevada State Quarter, with a confirmed mint error and preserved in stunning, uncirculated condition, was recently valued at a jaw-dropping $50,000. That's right, $50,000 for a single state quarter. It's not just a dream, it's real. And it could happen to anyone who takes a few extra moments to look closely at the change they handle every day. If you found this video interesting and you're ready to start hunting through your own coins, Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Second rare coin is taking us deep into the heart of the Appalachian wilderness, where misty peaks, rustic cabins, and rich American history come together in one of the most beautiful coins ever minted. The 2014 Great Smoky Mountains Quarter. Now, if you've never taken a closer look at this quarter, you're in for a surprise. This coin isn't just a tribute to one of the most visited national parks in the United States, it's also quietly becoming a hot target among collectors. And as you'll find out in just a few moments, certain rare versions of this coin aren't just valuable, they're absolutely priceless to the right buyer. Let's start with the story behind the coin. Released in 2014, the Great Smoky Mountains Quarter was the very first coin in the America the Beautiful series that year. It commemorates the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, located on the border of Tennessee and North Carolina, a place known for its fog-covered hills, diverse wildlife, and deep cultural roots stretching back generations. The coin's design captures a peaceful yet powerful image of Appalachian life. On the reverse side, you'll find a rustic log cabin nestled among the trees, a section of rail fence out front, and rolling mountains in the background. Above the cabin, a majestic hawk is frozen mid-flight, soaring freely through the sky. It's not just art, it's a piece of storytelling in metal. You can almost feel the quiet wind in the trees, the morning fog clinging to the hills, and the history that lives in the cabin walls. But while the design is stunning, what makes this coin truly exciting is the fact that some of them were struck with rare and valuable errors, and that's where collectors start paying serious attention. Let's talk about these errors. One of the most talked about is the double die error, where parts of the image or text appear slightly duplicated due to a misalignment during minting. These are highly prized among collectors, especially when they affect clear parts of the design, like the cabin roof, the hawk's wings, or even the lettering around the edges. A double die on a modern coin like this one is not only rare, it's a jackpot for anyone lucky enough to spot it. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not properly aligned when stamped, leaving part of the design pushed to one side and sometimes cutting off important details. These coins are instantly recognizable and very valuable, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. And there's more. Some of the most desirable versions of the Great Smoky Mountains Quarter come from the Philadelphia and Denver mints, but the coins struck at the San Francisco Mint, especially those intended for proof sets, can also hold serious value if they were misstruck, mishandled, or ended up in circulation by mistake. Those coins can fetch high prices simply because of their scarcity and the mystery of how they made it out of the mint. Don't forget to check for die cracks, where raised lines appear across the coin's surface, or cud breaks, where part of the design is missing due to a broken die. These are subtle, but if you know what to look for, you could be staring at a one-of-a-kind piece. Of course, condition plays a massive role too. A coin with an error is valuable, but if it's also in mint state, meaning it has never been used in circulation and shows no signs of wear, that value increases dramatically. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services are what serious collectors dream of. The luster, the sharpness, the preservation, everything about a high-grade coin turns heads at auctions. So what should you do? Simple. Check your change. If you have quarters from 2014, flip them over and look for that cabin, that hawk, those smoky hills. Examine the details carefully with a magnifying glass or loupe. Look for anything that seems out of place, lines that shouldn't be there, doubling in the lettering, or anything that feels a bit off. Sometimes the tiniest error leads to the biggest surprise. And here's the best part: people just like you are discovering these valuable quarters in everyday places. From the bottom of a purse, to a cash register at the grocery store, to old coin rolls from the bank, these treasures are out there. All you need is the knowledge to recognize them when they show up in your hands. So, what's the big number? What is a rare 2014 Great Smoky Mountains Quarter actually worth? Well, hold on to your seat, because one extraordinary example of this quarter, featuring a clear mint error and preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, was recently valued at an astonishing $25,000. Yes, You heard that right, $25,000 for a single quarter that originally cost 25 cents. It's not just a coin, it's an opportunity waiting to be discovered. And someone out there is holding one right now without even realizing it. If you found this video helpful and exciting, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another coin treasure story. Third expensive coin. We're diving deep into the 2005 Kansas State Quarter, and trust me, this one is a sleeper hit in the coin collecting world. Now, the Kansas Quarter may not have the flashy mountain ranges or historic battle scenes found on other state quarters, but what it does have is something just as powerful: symbolism, charm, and a few hidden surprises that have skyrocketed its appeal in the eyes of serious collectors. Released in 2005 as part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, the Kansas Quarter celebrates the Sunflower State in a big way. The design on the reverse features a stunning depiction of a bison standing tall in a field of prairie grass, with a large sunflower, the state flower, sitting to the side. It's a quiet, majestic image that represents strength, freedom, and the natural beauty of Kansas's open plains. But here's the thing, this coin is more than just beautiful. Certain versions of this quarter, struck with rare and eye-catching mint errors, have become some of the most talked about and hunted pieces in the entire series. Let's start with the now famous "In God We Rust" error. Yes, you heard that correctly. On a small number of 2005 Kansas quarters, a striking error occurred where the letter T in the word trust was partially or completely missing. This created a hilariously bizarre, and now legendary, variation where the phrase reads, "In God We Rust." Caused by grease-filled dyes during the minting process, this quirky error instantly became a favorite among collectors due to its oddity, rarity, and high visibility. But don't let the humor fool you. These coins are worth serious money. The clearer the error and the better the condition, the more valuable the coin becomes. And yes, there are multiple degrees of this error, from a faint missing T to a nearly perfect omission, which makes collecting them even more interesting. Aside from the "In God We Rust" variety, the Kansas Quarter is also known to show up with other mint errors like double dyes, die breaks, and off-center strikes. A double die error can cause parts of the design, like the bison's fur, the sunflower's petals, or the lettering, to appear slightly doubled or shadowed. These are subtle, but extremely valuable when spotted and authenticated. Off-center strikes, where the coin's design is shifted away from the center, and die cracks, which appear as raised lines across the surface, are also in high demand, especially when combined with high grades. These are the kinds of errors that can elevate a quarter from pocket change to something truly valuable in the coin market. Condition is another crucial factor. A Kansas quarter with any of these errors is interesting, but one in mint state condition, untouched by circulation and professionally graded at MS 65 or higher, is where the real excitement begins. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for error coins that are also in pristine shape, because those rare combinations are what command the highest prices at auctions and online marketplaces. And here's the part that makes it so exciting. These rare Kansas quarters are still out there. In rolls of quarters from the bank, in change from the gas station, in that old coin jar on your dresser, people are still finding them in the wild. That's what makes this coin so fun to collect. The thrill of the hunt is real, and the reward could be massive. So here's your mission. Grab a magnifying glass and go through your 2005 quarters. Look for the bison, the sunflower, and then check the motto closely. Does it say "In God We Trust"? Or is something missing? Check for doubling, cracks, shifts, or anything out of the ordinary. If you spot something strange, don't brush it off. It could be your ticket to a small fortune. Now, for the part you've been waiting for, one rare Kansas State quarter from 2005 featuring the famous "In God We Rust" error and graded in brilliant uncirculated condition, was recently valued at an astounding $35,000. Yes, you heard that right. $35,000 for a coin that started its life as just 25 cents. It's proof that treasure can still be hiding in the most ordinary places. If you enjoyed this video and love learning about rare coins that could be hiding in plain sight, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more exciting finds, And tap the notification bell so you never miss a hidden gem. Especially, we're talking about a coin that beautifully captures the spirit and history of this unique place, the 2018 Cumberland Island Quarter. This coin is more than just pocket change. It's a symbol of nature, heritage, and, believe it or not, incredible collector value. The 2018 Cumberland Island Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, celebrating national parks and sites across the country. What sets this coin apart is its detailed design. On the reverse, you'll see a magnificent image of the wild horses that roam free on the island, standing proudly in the foreground with ancient live oak trees draped in Spanish moss in the background. This artistic depiction pays tribute to the island's natural beauty and its rich ecosystem, making it one of the most beloved coins in the entire series. But here's where things get truly exciting. While millions of these quarters were minted, certain versions carry rare minting errors and unique features that have made them highly sought after by collectors. These subtle differences can turn a common coin into a rare treasure worth a fortune. One of the most notable errors found on some Cumberland Island quarters is a misstrike where the coin's design appears slightly off-center, causing parts of the horses or the lettering to be cut off or shifted. This off-center strike is prized because it's a clear, visible error that collectors can easily identify, yet it's incredibly rare in coins that have survived in near-mint condition. Additionally, some coins exhibit what's called a double die effect. This means parts of the image or the inscriptions look doubled due to a slight misalignment during the minting process. These doubled elements can be found in the text or in the fine details of the horses and the surrounding landscape. Coins with such errors are especially valuable because they represent unique imperfections that occurred during the coin's production, making each one a one-of-a-kind piece. Die cracks and small planchet flaws are other error types seen in this quarter. These minor details, although small, add character and rarity to the coin and can dramatically increase its value when combined with exceptional condition. Speaking of condition, collectors know that a coin's value skyrockets when it is in pristine, uncirculated condition. A 2018 Cumberland Island Quarter that has been preserved perfectly, showing no wear, no scratches, and full original luster, is a true prize. When these coins also have mint errors, their value can multiply, capturing the attention of serious collectors worldwide. You might be wondering how much these rare and flawless quarters can be worth. Well, a Cumberland Island Quarter with an error like an off-center strike or a double die, in mint condition, can fetch prices that might surprise you. Recently, coins like these have been selling at auctions and private sales for prices that reflect their rarity and demand. The collector market is buzzing, with many enthusiasts willing to pay top dollar for such unique pieces. If you happen to find a 2018 Cumberland Island Quarter in your collection, take a moment to inspect it carefully. Look closely at the horses, the trees, and the lettering for any signs of doubling, misalignment, or cracks. Use a magnifying glass if you can, because these small details can transform an ordinary quarter into a coin worth a small fortune. And here comes the exciting part, the rarest. Highest quality Cumberland Island quarters with these special errors and in pristine condition are valued at an astonishing $30,000. Yes, $30,000 for a single quarter minted just a few years ago. It's incredible to think that such a small piece of metal can hold so much history, beauty, and value all at once. Next coin, we're shining a spotlight on a gem from the heart of the Midwest, the 2006 North Dakota State Quarter. This quarter is more than just currency. It's a tribute to the rugged beauty and rich heritage of North Dakota, and it's quickly becoming one of the most sought-after coins for collectors across the nation. The North Dakota Quarter was released as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program, celebrating the state's proud history and unique character. On its reverse side, you'll find the striking image of a buffalo, standing tall against the backdrop of the rugged Badlands, framed by waving wheat stalks. The buffalo symbolizes strength and resilience, while the wheat honors the state's agricultural roots. It's a design that perfectly captures the spirit of North Dakota and has quickly become a favorite among collectors and history enthusiasts alike. But what makes this quarter truly special isn't just the design. It's the rare minting errors and unique variations that have turned some of these coins into highly valuable collector's items. One of the most fascinating errors to look out for is the famous double die effect. This error causes parts of the design, such as the buffalo's horns or the lettering, to appear doubled or shadowed, a fascinating imperfection caused during the minting process. These double die quarters are exceedingly rare and can command a premium price. Another important error that can add incredible value is the off-center strike. When a coin is struck off-center, part of the design is missing or pushed to the edge, creating a dramatic and eye-catching look. Off-center quarters are always popular with collectors because they stand out as unique pieces of minting history. Some North Dakota quarters with this error are especially valuable when the date and main features are still clear and intact. Die cracks and die breaks also show up on some of these quarters. These cracks appear as raised lines on the surface of the coin, creating interesting patterns that collectors find irresistible. Each die crack tells a story about the minting process and adds to the coin's uniqueness. Of course, condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. A North Dakota quarter with any of these rare errors is impressive, but if it's also in uncirculated or mint condition, the value can skyrocket. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services are the most prized, showcasing sharp details, original luster, and no wear at all. These pristine examples are the holy grails for collectors who want the very best. What's even more exciting is that many of these valuable quarters are still out there, waiting to be found in rolls of change, collections, or even forgotten drawers. If you own any 2006 North Dakota quarters, now is the perfect time to inspect them closely. Look for doubled letters, strange shifts in the design, or anything that looks off. Using a magnifying glass can help you spot the subtle signs of these rare mint errors. Recent auctions and private sales have shown just how much collectors are willing to pay for these special coins. The demand is high, and the market keeps growing as more people discover the potential hidden in their pocket change. So, if you've been searching for a standout piece to add to your collection, or if you just love the thrill of uncovering something rare, keep an eye out for these fascinating errors on the North Dakota quarter. They're not just coins, they're pieces of history that could make a big impact on your collecting journey. And now, here comes the grand reveal. An exceptional 2006 North Dakota state quarter, featuring a rare minting error and preserved in flawless condition, can be worth an incredible $40,000. Yes, $40,000 for a single quarter that perfectly captures the spirit of the Dakotas and the excitement of coin collecting. It's a reminder that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. Last unique coin, we're focusing on a quarter that comes from the beautiful Pacific Northwest, the 2005 Oregon State Quarter. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin, but stick around, because this one has some fascinating history, rare features, and a value that will surprise you. The Oregon Quarter was released as part of the famous 50 State Quarters program and instantly became a favorite for its stunning design. On the reverse side, you see the iconic image of a covered wagon heading westward, symbolizing Oregon's pioneering spirit and the historic Oregon Trail. Behind it stands Mount Hood, one of Oregon's most famous landmarks, framed by tall pine trees that capture the state's lush forests. This design beautifully reflects the rugged landscapes and adventurous history that define Oregon, but what really makes the 2005 Oregon Quarter special and highly sought after is the presence of rare minting errors and unique variations that have collectors buzzing. One of the most famous mistakes found on some of these quarters is the double die error. This occurs when the coin's design is struck twice with a slight misalignment, resulting in a doubled or shadowed effect on key features such as the lettering, the wagon wheels, or even the outline of Mount Hood. This kind of error is a coin collector's dream because it makes each piece uniquely distinct. Another error to watch for is the off-center strike. Imagine the design pushed to one side so that part of the coin's imagery is cut off. This striking flaw turns an everyday quarter into a fascinating anomaly. Off-center strikes are prized because they show the intricacies of the minting process and highlight the rarity of a misstep during production. When combined with the Oregon Quarter's already beautiful design, this error makes for a truly collectible item. Die cracks and die breaks are yet another type of error that can appear on these quarters. These small raised lines or unusual markings result from a crack in the metal die used during striking, creating subtle but important differences. Collectors love these because they're a physical reminder of the coin's journey from die to pocket. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. An Oregon quarter with an error is exciting, but one that's also in mint state condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear, scratches, or circulation, is where things really get interesting. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services hold the most value and attract serious buyers. Pristine error coins from the Oregon series have been known to fetch impressive prices, often rising steadily as collectors seek out the best examples. What's truly thrilling is that these valuable Oregon quarters aren't just found in museum cases. They're still out there in circulation, waiting to be discovered in rolls of change, collections, or maybe even your own wallet. With a little luck and a keen eye, you might stumble upon one of these rare pieces yourself. If you're curious, take a close look at any 2005 Oregon quarters you come across. Use a magnifier to examine the wagon wheels, the lettering around the edges, and Mount Hood's outline for any signs of doubling or misalignment. Check if the design seems shifted or if there are any strange raised lines that could indicate a die crack. These small details could mean you're holding a coin worth far more than face value. Recent auction results and private sales show a growing enthusiasm and demand for these coins, especially the rarer mint errors in excellent condition. Collectors from around the world are on the hunt, and prices have climbed steadily in recent years. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the rare and pristine 2005 Oregon State Quarter. Featuring these collectible errors and graded in top condition, can be valued at an astonishing $51,000. Yes, $51,000 for a single quarter that captures not only the pioneering spirit of Oregon, but also the excitement of coin collecting. It's a remarkable reminder that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest treasures. If you enjoyed this exploration of the Oregon quarter's history, design, and hidden value, please hit that like button, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a future treasure hunt. And if you've found an unusual Oregon quarter or have questions about your collection, leave a comment below. We love hearing your stories and helping uncover the secrets behind these fascinating coins. Thanks so much for watching. Keep those eyes sharp, and as always, happy collecting!